Greetings and much blessings. You have to think in regards to things being charged up, whether it is an electric device, appliance, or an electric car. It's depending on the cord. The cord basically determines the connection and the compatibility of that connection. That cord is very important, and so you have this electric object that needs to be charged, and you have the outlet where that charge is coming from. And of course, the bigger picture is that there's a source of all of that electric power that feeds a grid that gets to an outlet that goes through a cord that charges that electric object. So there's a totally bigger picture to all of this. I won't explain too much of the bigger picture, but what I will say is, yes, without that cord, there's no connection. You need a cord for the connection. Now, you do have cordless connections, but there's still this need of some way of being connected. So you have that electric object that sits on a charge port. But see, that charge port still needs to be connected to an outlet itself in order to function as a charge port. So there's always a cord involved one way or another, unless you do solar. Now that's a different story. You want to get solar with your compatibility, taking things a step further. So that's for another video. But just in regards to just traditional, conventional compatibility, that cord is very important. And oftentimes when the cord ain't working, when that isn't working, then there's no compatibility. No matter if that device and that outlet used to connect with each other via the cord. Once that cord is not there, or once that cord isn't able to take that current from the outlet to the electric object, there's no more compatibility. So that's very important for one to think about. When you lose compatibility, you lose connection. Simple as that. And one has to understand that. You have to have that in your mind. And we're just talking about conventional and traditional connections. But I want you to think about that, because I believe this is very important for one to realize, because upon you still trying to connect traditionally and conventionally, but the cord is not working for that traditional and conventional connection, you're going to damage either the device, or you're going to damage the outlet. You keep trying to figure out, why isn't this cord working? Why am I not picking up a charge? And you're just going to continue to try to thrust in the cord on either end, trying to figure out why there isn't a surge, instead of just accepting that there's no compatibility. Sometimes you just have to know it's best to walk away from certain situations. The cord isn't working anymore. Y'all stay blessed.